Welcome to the first episode of Bitcoin Hub. तो
Yeah, all
यहाँ
the
पे
best, man.
thank you Bhavik and we have with us Bhavik, our resident guest, and जिनके साथ मैं ये podcast करूँगा on a regular basis. So this is my first episode. I will need your encouragement and support, and at the same time, there will be a lot of things which may go wrong, and उसके लिए apologies in advance. And अगर आपको कुछ लगा कि you would like to give your suggestions and feedback, please drop them in the comments. And मेरे साथ भाविक है. Bhavik, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you, and first of all the best for your new venture. Like we need more Bitcoin channels and in English and also regional languages, and yeah, so you are doing great, and all the best for that. And
Thanks,
for
Bhavik.
my introduction, I did my engineering in electrical like 10 years ago, 8 years ago,
Thanks.
and I was teaching mathematics since 2013-14. Even during my college part time I was teaching mathematics, and then I came into Bitcoin. Mathematics helped me to find Bitcoin,
Okay.
and the last year I started uh, like orange billing, teaching Bitcoin in Hindi
Mhm.
for Indian
Okay.
public. So that's unboxing Bitcoin, and now I also started other two channels in
Okay.
regional language in Gujarati. So yeah, like I love Bitcoin, and after Bitcoin, my life has changed, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sure we'd like to talk about each other's stories. Ke hamara, like, how did we
Yes.
discover each other's Bitcoin journey? That is very much important because every pleb, every Bitcoiner that you hear their stories, they
Mm-hmm.
have a unique entry to the Bitcoin space, and their whole
Right.
experience is completely unique to
Mm-hmm.
every person. Like you just mentioned, ki you have an engineering background in electricals. I have an engineering in electronics. So we are
Mm-hmm.
a bunch
Yes.
of engineers trying to figure out what is happening under the hood of Bitcoin.
Yes.
So yeah, it's exciting to meet fellow Bitcoiners wherever they are in the other parts of the world. Yeah, India में काफी कम है that I've come across who are active Bitcoiners. There are many people who are involved in other cryptocurrencies and
Mm-hmm.
trading on a regular basis. But the people who understand Bitcoin are very few. Like when they go into the depth of the technology and when they try to understand what Bitcoin is trying to solve versus the other cryptocurrencies. So that
Mm-hmm.
is where I feel we need to, like you rightly said, we need to bring in and have more of these initiatives where people come from different backgrounds, share their experiences and their understanding of Bitcoin, so that they
Mm-hmm.
can help the people around them understand what it
Mm-hmm.
is rather than what they tell in media कि नहीं pump and dump scheme है या तो Ponzi
Yes.
scheme है, it doesn't have underlying value. You keep hearing this on a timely basis, but it's so much more than that. And once you step
Mm-hmm.
into the rabbit hole and once you get into it, that's when you realize that the
Mm-hmm.
perception that you had about it is completely different.
It's a
Yeah,
totally different thing. Yes.
correct, correct.
Mm-hmm.
तो विल, हाँ आप कुछ बोल रहे थे.
So the thing I like about talking with Bitcoiners is, like you said, it is really everyone has their unique story, right? Yes.
Yeah,
I like, yeah, I should emphasize more on this.
yeah.
Everyone has their own unique story. Yeah.
Yeah, so we both, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure your journey into Bitcoin was completely different from mine. So
Mm-hmm.
we will discuss more about it in the coming
Mm-hmm.
days. Or if you would like to share a few things now, we can do that as well. And उसके बाद में we
Yeah.
can continue
Yes.
with
Little.
whatever.
Let me give little
Sure.
bit background.
Yeah.
So just in 2-3 minutes. So when I
Sure.
was a child, I had so much curiosity about the world and what this world is about. Like how much, what is the length of that sky? Where does
Mhm.
it end? I kept but I was grown up in little small tier 3 town in Gujarat, India.
Okay.
So I got my first internet in I think 2009, 2008, 9.
Okay.
I got internet connection, and I first used internet at that time. But I
Nice.
But first, like fully internet experience came in 2011 when I went to college, because of college,
अच्छा.
because college had so much free internet. But no, I
Right.
had curiosity, and the question of money always came, like always came in my mind. Always used to come in my mind. I was used
Okay.
to ask my father about what is money, like
Hmm.
how it like. I don't remember question, but I remember that thing that I was used to ask question about money, and
Right.
then went to engineering things, and I found mathematics good, and
Hmm.
somehow mathematics had Fibonacci things. So
Hmm.
like 62%, 38%. So it is a balance at which like universe, like now I'm developing my own thesis that universe is balanced at this Fibonacci 62% and 38% thing. So
Right.
I first found in mathematics, and then I found that thing in Bitcoin trading charts. So
Hmm.
Bitcoin was used to fall, crash like 38% or 62%, or the Fibonacci of 38. So that is that 23%. So you
Hmm.
also know there are 20 to 22% falls are common in
Yeah.
Bitcoin. So
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
Fibonacci number. So
Right.
from that I found Bitcoin, and then it's all crypto. I also did shitcoin trading once. So
Yeah.
many Bitcoiners and many
Yeah. Yeah.
people. So but kept learning about Bitcoin. Read Bitcoin standard. Before that I mm, so but I got like I'm getting orange pill like day. Every day I'm getting more, going more into Bitcoin. But last 1 2 3 years has been more impactful.
Yeah.
Mm.
I know. I'm glad you found
Mm.
your way into this because the way you are contributing and you are explaining Bitcoin in your communities and in your circles is very valuable. And I'm sure you're doing great at it. मैंने देखा भी है आपके 2-3 चैनल जो आपने बनाए हैं. They are very responsive and people are benefiting from it. And people आपकी राय पूछ रहे हैं and people are trying to get to know this concept better through you, which is a great thing. And I'm glad we have a Bitcoiner who is actively
Mm-hmm.
learning about this on a daily basis. And आपके interests भी काफी you know aligned hai. Like when we talk
Mm-hmm.
about in the future episodes or later today, you talk about Nostr, you talk about you talk about zapping, you talk about Lightning
Mm-hmm.
Network. These are
Mm-hmm.
alien concepts to the normies or the normal people that
Mm-hmm.
we have around us. उन्हें
Mm-hmm.
बिटकॉइन ही समझ ले, that is a big thing. Not to say that they don't understand it, but उनकी understanding has reached a certain level and a cap because of the media, the and the mainstream media that they listen to. So yeah, we can get started with today's episode in terms
Mm.
of the news that are active. तो
Mm-hmm.
उसको cover करते हैं and then we can proceed from there.
Yes.
Let me
Yeah, we
share my
can. We can because we can show everyone what is happening in India and also in
right.
Bitcoin space. But we can try to be specific more about India,
Correct.
because Bitcoin and Nostra community is growing in India. People are
True.
building something, and we also saw some political things around Bitcoin. We'll see
Yeah.
that. Mm.
Sure. So as in
Okay.
when we come across the Indian context, तो हम तब तब share करेंगे. आपको कुछ अगर ध्यान आया, so please share
Mm-hmm.
it. And if I
Okay.
remember something, I will definitely share with the audience as well.
Mm-hmm.
So to start off with, this is the dashboard that Bhavik and I regularly follow, obsessively
Mm-hmm.
follow rather, and
Yes.
देखते रहते हैं कि क्या चल रहा है in terms of the halving कह लो, या in terms of the price performance, the supply which is almost getting scarcer by the day, and
Mm-hmm.
what is happening in the next like approximately 7 days from now is when the halving occurs at block number 840,000, which is extremely eventful in the Bitcoin space.
Halving
And we,
occurs at 840,001.
yeah, oh yeah, of course,
But
correct. Thanks
it's
for
okay.
correcting.
Yeah.
हाँ,
Mm-hmm.
तो ये बोलना चाह रहा था कि this is a very momentous occasion for all the Bitcoiners worldwide because they eagerly look forward to it. Some people look at it from the price action of it, and some people are excited that this asset which they own is
Mm.
getting scarcer
More
by
scarcer.
Yeah, yeah. And we will get onto it later, where it actually says that it's getting the inflation rate of Bitcoin will be 0.85% after this halving, and which will be scarcer than gold, which is approximately around 1.5, 1.8% annually,
Hmm.
annual inflation. So yeah, this is what the dashboard gives us. It's called dashboard.clarkmoody.com. Please bookmark it. This is one of the sites which gives you a overall, you know, view of what is happening in the Bitcoin space
Yes,
when it comes to
it's a very
mining.
beautiful.
When it comes to
It's a very
yeah,
beautiful dashboard. Like shout out to Clark. Clark has
yeah,
built a very good
correct.
dashboard. Mhm.
Yeah, and he's very active on Nostr also. Nostr is another social media platform which is
Mm,
it's a decentralized social media platform. We'll get into that later.
mm,
So I'll share his handles as and when I find them on in my show notes below. But yeah,
mm.
going to the next topic.
We can I want to say some things about dashboard.
Oh yeah,
Can
please.
you?
Sorry, sorry,
Uh,
sorry. Yes,
yes, yes, yes. So halving is occurring on 20th April, right?
correct.
So the beautiful thing about halving and the difficulty adjustment, if you find difficulty retarget, so difficulty gets adjusted every 2016 blocks every 2 weeks. So now all the difficulty got adjusted. So next mining difficulty will get adjusted after the halving. So next is I think
Yep,
25th April, as far as I know, and the hash rate is 600 exahash.
right.
Mm, there is no if you have to scroll
600.
not down,
It's,
scroll right.
it's
You have to
is
scroll
this the
right.
one? Abhi, it's
The
577. That's 90
uh,
days.
yes, I don't know the difference between chain security and mining, but mining is the more correct one.
ये रहा है ना
Bitcoin is Bitcoin mining.
612.7.
Yes, yes. Why the security and mining is different? I think we have to see it. But if you
Maybe it's
scroll right,
हाँ ठीक है.
scroll right, yes, then you will find that difficulty
Yes,
retarget date. Where is the difficulty adjustment date?
difficulty तो यहाँ था ना, this one.
Mhm. So that is also a beautiful thing. So it happens every 2016 blocks.
Correct,
So
correct.
we had difficulty just 2 days ago.
Hmm. And the
Mm.
next one I think is on 24th April, if I'm not
20,
mistaken.
yes, 24th April retarget
Yeah,
date. So it is written there.
हाँ, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. One thing I will like about Fibonacci, I told you, right? So go to the
Hmm.
second column. Second column. Yes, scroll. If you will scroll left, if
Uh,
there are number of how many Bitcoin nodes are running, can you find the number of nodes? Market halving, all time blockchain, chain security, transactions, difficulty target, block height. We still have to go right. Yes, mempool transaction. I don't know why it's not shown here. Okay,
do
let's leave it. No problem. Don't. Hmm.
Bitcoin
It's
चढ़ाएगा,
because
ठीक
of
है.
some.
What what
Okay.
what what does that do? What are you trying to
I
explain
want
with
to
that?
I want to show the number of nodes. How much? It shows how many nodes are running right now on number of
Okay.
nodes. Yeah. So right now,
Mhm.
Bitcoin, like there are 18,000, maybe 18,000 nodes around the Bitcoin around the world.
Okay, let me try.
So mm, Bitcoin nodes. Mm,
Yeah, this is the one, right?
around 18,000, right? So see the
Yeah,
first is not available, so these are all running on Tor
right.
network. So these are hidden. So so what is the number? It's 61.77. So it is 61.8. So that is Fibonacci,
Almost 11,000 nodes. Yeah.
golden ratio. That's Fibonacci. That's what I was talking about.
Acha.
So like 61%, 61.8% of the people decided to remain invisible. So that's the
Like
beauty of design.
they want to support the network, but they don't want to come forward and tell
Yes,
ke which location are they based out
yes,
of.
yes, yes, yes. So like it happens, like no one is for enforcing them, but it is their own decision, their own decision.
Mhm.
But we see like 61.8% people decided to remain silent. Second is Germany,
Right.
9.59. That is also Fibonacci number. So
Right.
Germany has the highest number of nodes. So it's a Fibonacci of a Fibonacci of Fibonacci. The golden ratio,
Hmm.
golden ratio. Okay, we'll go into this Fibonacci
Yeah,
thing
I
later.
think
But
I think
but
this
I am
requires its
finding
own.
it in everywhere. Like in every Bitcoin's metrics, you can find
Right.
this Fibonacci thing.
Right. I
Okay.
think this requires another standalone video itself to explain what Fibonacci
Yes.
is, which I will definitely reach out to you,
Yes. Yes.
and then you can give your opinion on it as well.
Hmm.
So, chalte hain, we'll get on with the next news, which is this. Would you like to cover this, Ravi?
Oh, nice. $2 billion record.
Yeah.
Bitcoin mining monthly revenue hits record high of $2 billion in March. Mm, I think it will be because of price increase, maybe because we are at
Yeah.
the all-time high. We are at the
Yeah.
all-time high, and that is the only reason, right? Because as
Correct.
okay, that's the
So
only reason,
yesterday,
and yes.
yesterday I think
Hmm.
there's this company called Blockware Solutions. They had put out this chart. I don't know. I need to find that chart exactly, and I'll show that across. Basically,
Hmm.
what they had to show was right before the halving occurs, all the miners are profitable, and they could be profiting in the range of above 50% for sure. And right after, like 1 week after halving, it drops to 20%, 30%, 40%. And
Hmm.
after 1 year after halving, they're like always consistent with 100% growth.
Hmm.
So so there will be a considerable drop after the halving occurs on April 20th,
Yes.
and but that will be very minute, not minute, I'd say it will be for a few weeks. And uske baad mein, because of the efficiency of the new miners and the old miners being plugged out of the system,
Hmm.
that's when you have a very secure network, and that's when the price gradually increases because of the demand and supply dynamics, and the miners again become profitable. So this is the chart which was shared by Blockware Solutions. I'm not able to find it right now. I'll share that
Okay.
across later. Yeah.
Okay. So about mining, about
Yes.
halving. So because of the mining reward will get cut in half.
Yeah.
Inefficient miners will be forced to shut down their machines.
Correct.
So it will reduce the selling pressure. So we will like we if this plays out correctly, it will yeah, if selling pressure decreases, the price will increases, and as price
True.
increases, they can, if they can come to the mining again, or like according to their machines capacity or whatever. But after all in all these miners are like enforced by the rules to stay more efficient, find cheap energies, continuously
Yeah.
update their miners, right? So it's a
Right.
very
Right.
competitive game, and I think this is happening because of free market.
That is
No
true.
one is enforcing.
Absolutely.
So that is a really beautiful thing about mining.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, this was written by Vivek.
Oh, nice.
Vivek
Vivek
Singh.
has written this. Nice.
Yeah. Chaliye, let's get on to the next topic. It's Sparrow Wallet. There's an upgrade. So Sparrow Wallet, for those who are unaware, is a Bitcoin desktop wallet. It was made by Craig Raw, if I'm not wrong,
Yes.
and yeah, and it's a very like on the first glance, this is not beginner friendly. So if you're new to Bitcoin, I'd say read about Bitcoin, study about the different wallet types, and then get on with exploring Sparrow Wallet. But in terms of the entire usage of how the wallet works, it's a beautiful app. I have not seen anything like this on
Mm.
desktop for sure. I'm not comparing this with Electrum at all, because for
Mhm.
me, I think this one is far superior in terms of your UTXO management, your address retrieval, your efficiency of sending out transactions. All of that is much better in Sparrow. Your
Yes.
opinions and thoughts,
Yes,
Bhavik?
Sparrow is beautiful. Sparrow is really beautiful. Like I am using it for quite a long time, and I think Craig Rowe built it for himself, and then he made it public. So it's like thank you, Craig. So building so much beautiful, great tools. And now they, like, for the latest update, they will provide decentralized coin join. So that will
Yeah,
be more private. Like we don't have to rely on the centralized custody like Wasabi, maybe Wasabi or Samurai is not centralized maybe yet, I don't know, I may be wrong.
I'm not
Samurai
sure.
is
Yeah,
Yes, but Wasabi is centralized, and so central party there is still some trade-off. But if decentralized coin are more secure and more private, so I don't know what is Soroban is. Decentralized Soroban. It is
Yeah,
something
I'll
like
have to.
Nostro, or like it should like we should know about this. I
Yeah,
will try to know about this thing, and we can cover this in the next video. I will try to read
correct.
what Soroban is. Mhm.
Yeah. Actually, the next one, oh, there has been, okay,
Hmm.
Bitcoiners are known to have quarrels
Fight.
among themselves, yes.
Yes.
And I don't know, this comes from a strong principle, like which some of them follow and which some of them don't. I mean, they take it lightly. Now, the recent controversy is that Matt Odell,
Hmm.
is has raised an alarm saying that
Hmm.
Saylor is not contributing to Bitcoin developers actively, and he's stopping the people who are could willingly want to, donate as well. So this is what
Yes.
I've understood on a broad level. If you have any specifics on this, if would you like to share some light on this topic?
Yes. 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 So Odell is claiming that Sailor stopped Arc. Arc was about to donate some like their revenue and their profit into open sets. Sailor
Yeah.
stopped them, and seller wanted to keep it private. Like he kept it private for 3 months, and then he like someone, I think Pablo, or Pablo asked him, who is the like
Hmm.
go upside, who posted this. I think not here, like
No,
we'll
this
find
is
your
just a
Nostr.
screenshot.
So yeah, someone started this discussion, and Odell just told them, and
Yeah.
Jack Dorsey also confirmed it.
Hmm.
So so
He was the one who told Kate, it was Ark who actually
mm,
spoke with Michael Saylor and stopped the funding.
yes, yes. Odell said that it was Ark. And, yes, yes. Odell didn't take name.
Yeah.
Jack Dorsey
Yeah.
said it was Ark. So like it
Yeah.
is confirmed that Sailor did stop, did not let Ark donate.
Right.
So it's a like it should be some personal problem or whatever. I don't know. But so now the Bitcoin ossification arguments are growing. But I
Yeah.
think it's not about ossification. Even Bitcoin doesn't need any change at protocol level change. Yes, I do believe like we don't need to change any consensus rules like 21 million difficulty adjustment, block time, block size. Block time is
Agreed.
enforced by difficulty adjustment, right? And yeah, every 2016 blocks and whatever.
Yeah.
So okay, these doesn't need to be changed, but Bitcoin still needs some active engagement. Like we still need, continuously need to check Bitcoin if there are some bugs. We don't know. Like it is based on cryptography. If something occurs in mathematics and cryptography can break or whatever, so it's not proven. The SHA-256 is not proven. It is working, and it
Hmm.
is working. So as long as it is working, Bitcoin is working. So we still need continuous funding for for research in mathematics, research in cryptography, research in Bitcoin. So
Yes.
for that, I think yes, funding is necessary. But this sailor telling Arc to stop, not donate open sets. This should be some
Hmm.
personal, because open sets donate their money according to like their wish. Like
Right.
if you donate to open sets and they also donate to some other clients you don't like, so
Correct.
that can be the case. Seller can directly donate to any other Bitcoiners. Like they don't need to donate to any centralized donation organization, and then they release the funds.
Hmm.
So there is also some open sets can misallocate the fund, right?
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah.
they
So
have their
no,
own bias.
correct. No, I strongly feel like the people and the developers, the maintainers who are actively working on Bitcoin need to be funded. Uh,
Right.
in whatever terms, it could be dollars or Bitcoin itself or whatever, but they need support to actually keep working on Bitcoin and not pull away from it. Because we have seen developers in the past who have moved away from Bitcoin for the lack of funds. Like they would need to
Mm,
do second jobs, third jobs in order to provide for themselves, which is not entirely great. And we do not want the big institutions to have a lot of
mm,
control on the developer community, and then they drive the whole Bitcoin protocol according to their whims and fancies. introducing changes which are not subscribed by a lot of
Yes.
Bitcoiners in general. So I
Mm-hmm.
feel developers and maintainers do need to be supported, but the way to go about it is debatable. I have
Mm-hmm. Yes.
no thoughts about it as of now, but yeah,
But
we
still,
can.
yes, they need funding. They need
That is true.
constant support.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I just recently talked with Basanta, and
Uh-huh.
he provides some nice insight. He said this donation thing can be built over Nostr, so like
Right.
anyone can directly donate to any developers without
Got
going
it.
through OpenSets or any other organization like
Yes.
donation this organization. And
Isn't that what's happening? Sorry to cut you. Isn't that
yes,
what
yes,
is happening through uh, Iris and other Damas and stuff? Like whenever you sign in, there is an option where there is a pool for developers where you actually zap sats to them if
right,
you would want.
right.
Yeah,
They
there's
allow
a
directly zapping. So that is happening. Like it is evolving. Like within few time,
yeah,
we will see this thing.
yeah, yeah. You were saying
And
something.
we also see we will also see the constant if if you donate to some developers and if he is not working on something, then
Hmm,
next time you will not donate him. Or if you see someone donated him few thousand sets, a few thousand dollars, so now according to his project or according to his projection, he doesn't need more than that specific amount, then you can go donate some other people. So it's more transparent. Like if you are able to build on Nostr, if some developers are able to build on open donation thing, like that can be built on Nostr, and that is
right.
happening. So it is more a more it will be more beautiful thing than this centralized organization donating to
True.
developers, right?
Chaliye. Next thing. Uh, would you want us to? I mean, would you like to take us through this? I did not
Okay.
quite get this part.
Okay, so what I have Canadian and Brazilian.
Okay.
So Canada is becoming Chinada, if you have heard, like China type thing. It is becoming
Oh, okay.
communist thing. And
Okay.
Brazil, if you from Brazil thing, if you have seen some video, there was so much protest. Like the
Uh-huh.
roads were full, people were
Right.
protesting. To some actions have been taken against the people. Like government has taken some big actions. Even
Mhm.
Elon Musk tweeted like they have to monitor some content and they have to ban some people on or
Mhm.
the Brazil government was enforcing Elon Musk and Twitter,
Right.
like so their Twitter has to bend their knees. So that's
Mm.
why like if you have necessity is the mother of invention. So that thing I think it is playing out.
Right.
So more you oppress people, you will find the more creativity. Like because the reason behind the birth of Bitcoin, na, they
Yeah.
centralized so many things and cypherpunk movement started. You can't
Right.
suppress the freedom. Yeah, you can't control people.
True.
A beautiful thing. I didn't see this thing. Nice. Hmm.
Uh, yeah. So this is something that we spoke of earlier in the episode,
Hmm.
where Bitcoin is said to become scarcer than gold post
Hmm.
first halving. Now, gold has always been the scarcest asset known to man, and people save in gold, especially Indians. If you look at it, uh, they have a love and affection for gold in various situations. It could be for savings, it could be for traditional, background. Sorry, for your events, weddings,
Hmm.
momentous occasions in their life. They always function in gold, and they value the worth of anything that they do in gold. Then comes your fiat currencies for obvious reasons because it's scarce to produce and it's difficult to produce. And in the recent
Yes.
times where we've seen 10 grams of gold is almost 7,000, 7,000? 70,000.
Yes. seventy
One
thousand
gram is
rupees.
7,000. 1 gram
Yes.
was 7,000. Yeah.
Yes. 1 gram is 7,000. So now we are seeing 1 gram. Okay.
Yeah.
No.
So
Hmm.
this is the in terms of the previous halvings, this has been the specific dates when halving occurred, and that's when the
Yes.
block subsidy shifted from 50 BTC to
Hmm.
25 to 12.5 to 6.25.
Hmm. You can go to
Yeah.
mempool.space
Okay.
because we will be easily able to show like, what this block like There is not exact date for the Bitcoin halving. There is block. Oh, nice.
Correct.
Less than 1,000 blocks remaining.
Yes.
Great. Mm,
There's another website. I'm not sure if you know. It's called
yes.
Halving.club. I think all the Bitcoiners need to switch this on.
Yeah, nice. So only 996 blocks remaining.
Yeah. And in India, it's happening on 20th April around 1:42 p.m. So there's a Bitcoin party which is happening, halving party in Goa. Bhavik, could you
Yes.
tell me about it?
Yeah, so many Indian Bitcoiners are celebrating Bitcoin halving on 19th, 20th, and 21st April in Goa. So yes,
Yeah,
you can join. You can message Nihal or me. You will find the
yeah,
link. You can also go to our Twitter profile and you will find the link. And if you are watching from India, you can join. It is free. You have to arrange your own accommodation. There will be so many events. You will get chance to network with so many people. So it's a really good opportunity. Like involving happens every once in a 4 year.
right.
So yeah, you should
And
not
and
miss
I
it.
don't, I don't know how it was designed in such a way that it is always falling on the year where there are elections in US,
Yes,
and there's something to do with the interest rates, and there is it's leap
nice.
year coincidentally. So there are
Hmm.
many things which line up in that direction.
Hmm.
But yeah, that may be purely coincidental, and Satoshi might not have thought about it, but I don't know why it happened. So
Yeah, he started in and even he started in 2009.
yeah,
So
yeah,
according to his calculation, if halving was happened to was about to happen after 4 years, so 2009, 10, 11,
13.
12, 13, the halving should occur at 13. But somehow he
Yeah,
calculated no, first halving will occur at 12 9, end of the 2012, and now it is aligning more with the election cycle of US.
right,
So and 2000 difficulty adjust gets adjusted every 2016 blocks, 2016
correct.
block. If you take the reverse 6102, so that's the gold execution order of
Yeah,
President Roosevelt. So Satoshi did create some mystery, like
yeah,
every 2016 block. So if you take the reverse 6102, that's the gold order. What
correct.
was the birth date of the Satoshi? It was 5th April
Yeah.
1974, the same date when this order was passed in
Oh, really? Was it the
1934.
same date?
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
5th April. Satoshi, he mentioned his birth date as 5th April 1974.
Huh,
But this
huh,
6102, this gold sneezing order was like it was ordered on 5th April 1934, 33, 34
right.
maybe something. So he knew
Achha.
about this 6102 order, that gold. Hmm.
Cool. So
Hmm.
next thing is very important, and this was updated as of March 5th. Okay. March 5th, 2024, the number of countries holding Bitcoin in their
Hmm.
reserve is, as usual, US is leading the charts, followed by China and then UK. And these are governmental bodies that are holding Bitcoin in their treasuries. And then come your, this again gives you how much percentage of the Bitcoin supply does US own. That's almost close to 1%. In terms of companies, MicroStrategy owns 1%. I think it's exceeded 1% of the supply,
Yes.
uh, yeah, of the Bitcoin supply. Now, when you look at entities, your ETFs have collectively owned 1.018 million
1 million, almost 1
BTC.
million Bitcoin.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
that's
more than
almost
1 million.
4.8. Yeah, 4.8% of the supply of the total
Hmm.
Bitcoin supply. Now, almost like there have been cases where people have raised concerns that if ETFs are holding this much, will they have control over the Bitcoin network? And to simplify and to simply put the answer is no. They don't have control over the Bitcoin network itself. Sure, they might temporarily affect the price upwards or
If they
downwards
sell.
based on, yeah, if they
Hmm.
sell. But in terms of protocol changes, they have absolutely zero say about what will happen. And the Bitcoin will keep functioning on every block will be produced every 10 minutes. the 21 million supply will not be
Hmm.
affected. Nothing of those fundamental parameters will change. But yeah, people can buy, and people, because your companies like BlackRock, Fidelity have more money, they can
Hmm.
keep buying as much as they want on behalf of the customers that they're buying for. Yeah,
The reason they can't control is because of proof of work.
true, true.
So to control the Bitcoin network, or to say, yes, to redo the, like, they have to redo the all the proof of work. So they have to control the hash rate. So in order to control the hash rate, it's not practical. So they need to invest like big gigawatts of land. Bitcoin is currently running on 25 gigawatt
Mhm.
worldwide, and even if you are able to manage 25 gigawatt of energy, then also you will need billions of dollars of miner producing machine. You need to connect all them, so it's not practical to attack. So that's why Bitcoin is connected to energy. But it is
Yep,
not the same case with other altcoins, which are based on proof of stake, like Ethereum, Solana. So, in order to control these Ethereum and all these altcoins, shitcoins, you need, the more coins you have, the more say you have in the blockchain. So you stack their coin and you like validate a type of thing, and you allow
yeah,
the transaction. So it is true for Ethereum and all the altcoins. If Ethereum org foundation is old, I think they own 60% of the total Ethereum, 60 to 65% total Ethereum. So Ethereum is a total centralized, and same for all the other altcoins. But it is not same for Bitcoin. Like, no one can change Bitcoin. Like, we all have to agree to change Bitcoin.
true.
Yeah. Hmm.
Uh, in terms, okay, fine. We'll move on to the next thing. So there's this guy. There was this meme that started in 2017 when this person, uh, when
Hmm.
Janet Yellen was talking about ill about Bitcoin and in general talking about some policies. I'm not sure what the specific context was, but yeah, this guy had put out.
So what is this about? I literally have zero idea.
Oh, so there's this meme in Bitcoin circles where this guy,
Huh?
this person, I'll
Okay.
just play
Yes.
the video so yeah, you can
Okay.
see what's happening there.
Actually, I cannot hear the audio, but I see buy Bitcoin sign. Yes,
Yeah.
that is enough.
So this is
Yeah.
what, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what he did, and that became like a meme for from 2017 onwards.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so he's selling that particular sign of his, and he's using that to fund Tyrell Corp, which is a startup which is building on Lightning Network.
Nice.
So, which is a good thing. Yeah, thankfully, he's not doing it for his personal gains and stuff, and he's supporting the Bitcoin network.
Mm.
But yeah, it's something amusing. After a while, I mean, after so many years, he's planning to sell the original in some form, and is
Mm.
giving it away, and is using that to
Nice.
fund a project. Yeah.
So we are
Yes, Bhavik,
like
your favorite topic.
Adani.
Please tell about
I
this.
I also talked about this thing yesterday, but yeah, they are
I know.
building largest solar park in the world, 5 times larger than
Yes.
Paris. Like, it is so big. It will be 25 by 25.
Yeah.
So it will be, the Ahmedabad is like, uh, 10 by maybe 10 by 10. So 10 by 10. So it is like, in area wise, it is 4 to 5 times, at least 5 times larger than Ahmedabad city.
Achha.
So, and they will start with initial capacity of 2 gigawatt of solar, and
Mhm.
they will complete two,
For
and they will add 5 gigawatt or maybe 4 5 gigawatt by the end of this financial year, and by the end of this decade they will they are targeting 30 gigawatt.
wow, that's
So,
great.
in for as a reference, India is running on 250 gigawatt. Like,
Okay.
India's average energy demand is 250 gigawatt. We have
Hmm.
max capacity of 415 gigawatt as of right now, 416
Right.
gigawatt. that includes like 70% fossil fuels, 30% maybe renewals, not 70, more than 70% comes from the traditional sources like coal and the
Okay.
oil. Okay, so to India is running on 250 gigawatt. They are targeting 30 gigawatt from this place only, and they also want to achieve 500 gigawatt electricity by the end of this decade. All in all India, 500 gigawatt from the all non renewables. Yes, this thing.
Wow.
So they are building in Gujarat, Khavda, just near the Pakistan border, 1 kilometer. It was the barren
Mm-hmm.
land. So many sea lives were there, and
Mm-hmm.
they did some 5 years environmental studies, and so because of this 600 square kilometer area, 25 by 25, this all sea life will be dead. Like they will have to migrate to some other places. So that will affect ecological area definitely.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the ecological thing, and but if we talk about economical thing, they are doing it with the debt money. Like they are getting billions of dollars of loans from the banks of India, and the this money, banks don't have money. Banks have their what we say, like it's the liabilities, it's the asset of every individual's deposit. It is the money of every Indian public. So
Right.
because of this fiat system, I believe these people are easily able to get the loan. And if it is not because of Adani or Ambani or whatever, like if it is not Adani, then someone else will come, because
Correct.
system incentivizes this type of centralized monopolies. System incentivizes monopoly. Fiat system incentivizes monopoly, and monopoly can never be beneficial for customers or for users. We need competition for the cheap prices and good products.
True.
So this thing, and I think, I personally believe that if by the time they achieve um, India's net emission target is like net zero target is by, like they want to achieve it by the year 2070. So
Hmm.
they are keeping 50 years of this mindset, and for that they are heavily investing in solar projects, and solar takes so much lands. And see, Bitcoin is running on 25 gigawatt worldwide. This Khavda plant will have 30 gigawatt of capacity, but this is 30 gigawatt will come from solar. So
Right.
solar works only 30% of the time of 24 hours, or
Hmm.
let's say like 30-35%, because sun only shines in the day from
Yeah.
maybe 9 a.m. to 5 a.m., 6 a.m. So they will only be able to generate energy 8 hour out of 24 hours. So it's one third, almost one third. So by implementing 30 gigawatt of plant, they will only be able to run 10 gigawatt of Bitcoin mining or 10 gigawatt of electricity like they can't generate at the night, right?
Right.
So solar is not sustainable, and there are many failed solar project in European countries, and I'm
Okay.
afraid that can happen to in India also, and we all Indians have to bear the cost of these big projects, these big blind projects, and this cost will come as an inflationary pressure in our INR.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it, like.
No, but I think sure. No, I agree that the cost will be borne by the people at the end, but it might also be beneficial because this, if you look at the scale of this, is quite big in terms of the energy production. And I don't know the situation, and I don't know how the local communities over there are getting their electricity. Uh, but if this can benefit them, then their productivity could increase, is what I feel.
Yes, but yes, true. Like definitely true. But I like if we see the science progress, like energy is getting cheaper 5 to 6% every year.
Mm,
If you see the history of past 20-30 years data, so
mm,
because of new technology, so
right,
nuclears are getting developed. Like so much research is going into nuclear hydrogen fusion also. OpenAI founder Sam Altman is also heavily invested in hydrogen fusion. China is building his own some sun, artificial sun or
Mm,
something. So
mm,
from this solar, they will be able to generate electricity at the cost of, like, let's say 1.5 rupees per kilowatt
mm,
hour, and they will need to run it for like 10 years. But
mm,
new energy sources or nuclear or hydrogen fusion, they will outcompete this solar. So just
correct.
imagine, take this scenario. Tesla is entering in India maybe next year. Elon Musk is
Mm,
coming to meet India next week after the halving, 2021st April maybe. So
yeah,
they want to enter India 10 years ago, but India
right.
didn't allow them. If India have allowed them, all the local companies would have died because
Correct.
they can't compete. So India has to ban Tesla. They can't allow to. But
Mm,
so we couldn't see good electricity vehicles or good vehicles, cheaper vehicles in India. So we had
mm,
to bear the cost of running this petrol fuel. So we consumed more petrol, more fuel. We couldn't
right.
travel much because electricity, like I don't know about the electricity Tesla, but Tesla is 10 times cheaper. I
Mm,
don't know whether electric vehicle will be succeed or not, but Tesla is 10 times cheaper. So they have to India have to had to stop Tesla. They couldn't allow.
right.
Otherwise, these big Maruti Suzuki, Tata Motors, they would have failed. And if they would have failed, they have big loans on the banks. So
Correct.
government has to print more. So same can happen with Adani thing also, or energy, big this blind thing also. If they are invest heavily in this thing, after
Mm,
5 years, 7 years, 10 years, let's say some good energy technology comes, nuclear or nuclear fusion, whatever, and
mm,
we will get 100 times more cheaper energy.
yeah.
So new startups will come and they Adani will have to abandon this project.
Mm,
That can happen, and that happen in so many. And maintenance is so much costly.
true, true. That is there. Maintenance.
So
So it's not just the setup, but maintaining it on a regular basis, the cleaning of the solar panels and stuff will take its own resources and money
yes.
to keep it functioning. Okay,
So it's a very
moving on.
controversial topic, like energy and climate and this solar thing. Very controversial project. If you see, ask anyone in India, like they
Mm,
are pro solar. Like solar rooftop is Modi is also planting solar rooftops in all solar our.
yeah,
Know? So they can be
yeah,
profitable, or I don't know. But these big solar projects Adani is building has a very high chance of failing.
correct.
Okay.
Okay, nearby, like on the
Hmm.
eastern side, we have Bhutan, which is planning to increasing its Bitcoin mining capacity. Now, the funny thing about this is people before 2 years before
Hmm.
the news was broken, people did not were not aware that Bhutan as a country, as a kingdom, were mining
Yes.
Bitcoin. They did it secretly, and when the FTX or the Celsius collapse happened, oh
Celsius
sorry,
and
when the
BlockFi.
Celsius,
Celsius and BlockFi.
Celsius and BlockFi, that's
Yeah.
when people realized because their parent company holdings were associated with Celsius
Yes.
and BlockFi, and that is why their name
Hmm.
came up that this government is actually doing
Hmm.
this. And also, there was another
The drug
Forbes
holding.
article. Correct. Where there's another Forbes article which did their investigative journalism, and through the satellite imagery, they found out heat signatures in Bhutan, where there
Hmm.
was unusual spikes of heat. Yeah, and that's when they pinpointed and they got images, satellite images of the place which were actually mining Bitcoin. So these two instances got like paved the way for people in the world to know that Bhutan as a country has been mining for a long time. They've been mining since Bitcoin's price was $5,000, so that's
Hmm.
quite a long time in Bitcoin terms. And speaking of which, they want to increase their mining capacity, which will change it from 500 to 600 megawatts, I think.
100 to 600.
100 to 600, sorry.
They will go
Yes.
5 times. Like they want to increase 5 times. That's the headline, maybe. Yes,
Yeah,
500%. First line.
correct. This
Hmm.
one. So yeah, this is a major development in terms of a country doing this, apart from El Salvador. El Salvador. Now you hear this argument from a lot of people saying that what are these? These are small countries. इससे क्या होता है? But these tiny countries are incubators, and these are test grounds for the bigger nations to look at them and then probably incorporate it in their plan for the future. Uh, so these people are prospering, like Bhutan government, El Salvador government. Now, in the recent news, El Salvador was denied financial aid by the IMF, just because they are incorporating Bitcoin laws in their country,
Hmm.
and they want to revise that, or they are looking, or they're having conversations with the El Salvadoran government to actually change those laws. But I don't think Nayib Bukele and his government have any plans to do that. We'll see that development, and that conversation will happen on Monday, April
Hmm.
15th, and then we'll get to know
Okay.
more about it. Yeah.
Okay.
Anything you would like to add to this, Bhavik?
Maybe yeah, they want to go from 100 to 600 megawatt.
Yeah.
So if they can achieve it within, like, let's say within 1 year. So
Hmm.
Bitcoin is running on 25 gigawatt right now, and they will have. Can you imagine? It's a 600 megawatt. So it's a 1 in a 50, like 2%.
Hmm.
2%. Are you? Is it true? 2% mining share will come from Bhutan. Is it
Is it?
like?
No, I'm quite weak at maths, man. I have
Yes.
to
So it's a two
publicly
percent.
acknowledge this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a one megawatt out of, like, Bitcoin is running on 25 gigawatt right now, like around 20 to 25 gigawatt. And I don't
Okay.
know if they will be able to complete this project within 1 year. Maybe they should do it fast, because everyone wants to
Correct.
scale mining fast, so they can do it. So maybe, yeah, if not two, then maybe 1%. So anywhere between 1 to 2% all hash rate will come from Bhutan. It's really
Yeah.
big for a very tiny country like Bhutan. Bhutan population is maybe 0.0 few percent, like less than 1% or less than half percent. Bhutan is very small. It's neighbor to
True.
India.
I mean, this will give them advantage in many ways in terms of trade, in terms of, they'll have certain advantage, because if you look at, like, the way I see it, if you have your
Yes.
natural resources and assets, you have oil, you have gold and silver, fine, and you have Bitcoin. So these three
Okay.
things, if a company has, they can leverage this to impact policies, inter-government trades. You can benefit the people of one country, or it could be used for many things in terms of the entire geopolitical aspect, if you look at it at a broad and macro perspective. So that's what I think. The countries like El Salvador, which is mining Bitcoin through their volcanoes as well,
Hmm.
those people definitely have a head start, and advantage. They're front running all the countries which are very skeptical about this. And on the other hand, you have countries like US who are dumping their own reserves that they already have, which is, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me in any case. Like, if you know that there has been a significant growth in terms of price, why would you sell it? I mean, I'm sure they would have their own reasons, but it doesn't make sense
Yes.
to me.
Hmm. But yeah, this
Yeah.
mining thing is really beautiful. Like, so even Bhutan is so small, so tiny, they
Mm,
will, like, even if they are providing 1 to 2% hash rate, so they are monetizing their electricity, their geographical benefits. Like, so they don't need
right.
to rely on IMF aids, because of this too. Like, every 1 in 100 Bitcoin will go to Bhutan, and
Right.
their energy is free, because government is mining, and these were all hydro.
Correct.
Because of this hydro project, they have so much river and mountains, so they are
Mm,
utilizing this thing. Same for El Salvador, the volcano thing. So, like,
true.
energy, like, and energy is distributed everywhere around the world. Like, no one has monopoly like US has in
Yeah.
dollars. So in Bitcoin world, there will be no monopoly. Every country will have to be competitive, and it is best for the citizens. And, like, we can't
True.
imagine how beautiful, how beautiful time will come, right? Like, we
Yeah.
can't imagine. That gives us hope. Mm.
True. 1 second.
Mm.
Yeah. Would you want to take people through this, the audience through
Yes.
this?
So yes, this is MI Primer Bitcoin. So they provide diploma. They teach. They select. If you apply for this course, they select students, and it's a 10-week course, and you get diploma in Bitcoin. So they provide diploma, and
Yes.
one of our friends from India, they are also actively participating in this thing, and they also got the diploma, and I think they will become teachers. So
Oh,
they
really?
released,
Wow.
yes, yes, yes. They are
Okay.
from Assam. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So
I think we
yeah,
should
they
call
will
them on the
become,
show.
yeah, yeah. The Pallab, I think you know Pallab.
Oh,
So
yes,
Pallab
yes,
is
of
active.
course.
Yes,
Acha.
Pallab is actively engaged in with the MI
Nice.
Primer guys. So MI Primer
Great.
have released this 2024 workbook. So it's a very beautiful workbook. It's a 174 171, yes,
Mm.
175 pages workbook. It's a very book, like you can download it, and you can also like if we get the color copy, that's a very
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. If we have 10 years, 15 years, 20 years children or teenager, they can easily learn. It's a very interactive book, lots of graphs, colorful images. So yeah, we can even print if yeah, if we Indian Bitcoiners, YouTubers get funded, then we can also print and give to our every like, yeah.
Right.
There are lots of things to be done. Mhm.
Nice. And this
Multiple
was
language.
an initiative started again in El Salvador also, I think. It wasn't,
Yes, yes, maybe yes,
yeah,
yes. It's
just
El Salvador. I yeah.
because I remember downloading their Spanish version of the book and
Hmm.
they did not have English by that time. So I was waiting for it, but now clearly there is
Okay,
a second version of this book which will
okay,
download
okay.
and
So he may be the same guy because I
yeah.
listened to the podcast. I think one of the guy, he was working in USA, and during the COVID, when El Salvador news came, he moved to El Salvador and started teaching students in El Salvador. So I think he may be that guy. One
Okay.
of the guy came
Yeah,
in the Robert Bidlow podcast, so he may be like, yeah.
could be.
So they are doing very
Could be.
great job. Really,
Yeah,
education is the best service I think we can do.
true.
Hmm.
So the last bit of it. Oh yeah, when
Yes.
we talk about El Salvador, not everything is
Yes.
positive over there. In the
Mhm.
recent times, there had been a data breach. Bhavik,
Mhm.
would you like to enlighten us with this? What happened exactly?
Yeah, so their old database got leaked, like 5.1 million. So it's almost all of their population. So yeah, it
Okay.
occurred, and what can we can't say anything. Like all their photos and biometrics, fingerprints, all their financial data, so much was leaked.
Right.
So that's why we oppose KYC. Like there is nothing, like it's the utter mistake of government. They can't keep this secure. They in the fiat system, they have to take so much KYC. They need to know the customer to
Hmm.
prevent frauds and scams, because it is not trustless thing, it is trust based thing, and someone is mediator, like banks and governments. And so it becomes honeypot, and it is really hard to, like something somewhere will be get corrupted. So they need to take KYC. This is happening in India also. Like if you have seen the news, Aadhaar data leaked so
Yeah,
many
I think
times,
you
like
had
repeated.
shared an article. This one? What
Yeah, this
is
is
this
the
one?
yeah, this is the similar thing. Digi
Hmm.
Yatra. Digi Yatra is the app there where you can store, like if you input your phone number, if you have
Okay.
connected your phone number with Aadhaar, it will fetch like license and all the documents, Aadhaar and so many documents. So it's a centralized data service where all your
Hmm.
documents are stored, and Digi Yatra also used for authentication. If I just recently tried to sign up on Uno Coin, and
Okay.
took me to DigiYatra app, and I did signing, like as like similar to our Bitcoin signing thing. So we signed from approve from the DigiYatra app, and then Uno Coin, that KYC was approved.
Oh.
And this thing, this DigiYatra, this centralized, this database was governed by some one company and some Andhra Pradesh guy, Reddy
Hmm.
something, and he bribed, like allegation are that he bribed some government or someone to take this project. So he
Okay.
was able to grab this project, and we don't know how many time he has used this data, or like it is this data is obviously will be on the dark web or somewhere. So all our data on our dark web, and this is national threat. Like
Hmm.
if the data leaked, if the government data leak, it is more threat to government than people. like individual people also, but as a government gets weaker if this old data leaks, because the hackers would know the financial transactions, interest,
Yeah. Yeah.
biometric, fingerprint, everything. So if they know biometric, they can hack into our phone.
Yeah. That is
So I
true.
think Nostro and Bitcoin will provide, like, it will take time, maybe 2, 5, 10 years, but we will have decentralized identity verification built on Nostro or built on Bitcoin. It will soon come. I don't know how it will come, but yeah, people are working. Like, yeah,
Right. All right. Did we miss anything for today, Bhavik? Or
I
have we
don't think
covered
so.
most
I
of it?
think we covered so many good things. I think
Yeah, right. I think we should. Yeah, we should be done for today.
I think yeah.
Uh,
Mm.
yeah. I
How was
yeah. I
it?
think we've covered enough.
Mm.
I mean, the users should tell or the audience should share their opinions. I think
Mm.
we packed it so much. I think it's a lot to absorb also, and we
Mm.
dived right into the news and everything that is happening currently in the world
Mm.
of Bitcoin. Obviously, when you keep viewing the channel, there will be several things, several concepts which I'll introduce, and that might help you come back to this video and get a basic understanding of what we spoke of. We briefly touched on Bitcoin halving, which is slated for next week. We talked about the supply, we talked about the issuance of it, we talked about the companies holding, and there's a basic gist of whatever happened in the last week to 10 days. We've tried to do justice to this. Please share your valuable feedback, and Bhavik will join us next week, and we can continue this, as and when we get the opportunity to.
Yeah, one thing we can cover is like Shashi Tharoor holds Bitcoin ETF, like 5 lakh of amount. One of the big leader, big face of opposition party of India,
Mm,
Congress. He holds Bitcoin ETF. He has some Bitcoin exposure, 5 lakh rupees of Bitcoin exposure. So if he is holding Bitcoin ETF, then he must be holding real Bitcoin also. Like we can speculate. So he must be holding, and this came out from his declaration, like because of Lok Sabha election, the new parliament election is coming. It is
yeah.
in this month. So India election in India happens every 5 years. So
Right.
in 2024 we India have a election, and also in US has also an election at the end of this year.
Yes.
So most probably
Yeah.
Narendra Modi will win. Uh, there is opposition very weak.
Yes.
So
Please don't forget to vote, guys. If you are in Bangalore, it's on April 26th, 24th. I'm not sure of the exact date.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know, maybe. But yeah, like
It's somewhere on the second half of the month. Please
like
make sure you find your specific jurisdictions and go vote.
do you really think
If it,
voting matters?
we've got to do our part as citizens of the country. So
Like I
that's
think
what I
running
think.
a node is more important than running a Bitcoin node is more important,
That is true. That also
because
will be covering in the later episodes on how to run a Bitcoin
mm,
node and what is the importance of it. Yes.
nice. Okay.
Um, yes, that's pretty much it for today. If you have any
Mm,
feedback, please let us know in the comments on how we can improve and make this better. And that's pretty much it. Bhavik, would you like to say anything before we end the session for
mm,
today?
no, like thank you guys for watching this stream, and yes, please let us know what we can cover and what do you like to know about India and Bitcoin and Nostr or any other thing. So yeah, keep spreading love and keep like no, study Bitcoin, as Aditya
Yes.
always says, study Bitcoin. Hmm.
Yes, that is true.
Hmm.
And I think I borrowed a cue from him as well. So it's stay
Hmm.
humble, study Bitcoin, and stack sats. That's
Nice.
what I'll say from every episode going forward. And one more thing to highlight is there are regional channels which are talking about Bitcoin. We have Bhavik here who is specifically talking about Bitcoin and the importance of it in Gujarati. So if there are
Hmm.
people who would want to understand in the whole Gujarati channel and the language,
Hmm.
please watch his videos. And
Hmm.
there's Sai, and who's doing a fabulous job in explaining the concepts of Bitcoin, and that is
Yeah,
specific to
Bitcoin
Tamil.
Tamil. Bitcoin Tamil,
Yes,
no?
yeah. and this will be both in Hindi and English, and so there'll be a mix of both in this particular channel. So we'll try and keep you updated about all the different
Mm-hmm.
channels in different regional languages that are coming up, so that you can keep a track of it and
One is
whatever work.
Zongoti in Assamese. One
Okay,
is
I did not know
Zongoti.
that. Acha.
They are in Assamese languages. It's like Sangati,
Okay.
XO
Okay.
and TI something. So they are doing in Assamese.
Right.
And I do in Gujarati and Hindi. Hindi is different and Gujarati is also different.
Right.
Aditya also does it in Hindi. Aditya has also some good podcast. So
Right.
yeah, its
Cool.
community is building like Bitcoiners are doing great job in India.
Definitely. We're trying. That's what we
Yes,
can do.
definitely.
Cool.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thanks, Bhavik, for sharing your
You.
time with us, and hopefully see you next week.
Yes, sure. It's my pleasure to
Thanks, man.
be. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.